you ladies, my name is Jacksepticeye, and welcome back!
Shut the fuck up, you cunt!
Stop it!
Got your hurt!
Okay, guys, that's enough! That's enough fighting! Let's just get to the point in the video! What we always wanted!
Whatever.
Oh, God! Why? Anyways, what I was thinking to do today is when you mix these things, you mix these object shells with, wait for it, and you get yourself a boat like these ones. Oh, wait a second, no, let's do it. Whoopity doop. And if you got these type of boats like this one, I meant to say, and if you mix it with this, with the boat with the girl, you get this game. No, you do not get Harry Potter. You don't get those. It's a little something called what I call the mobile version of Candy Collection, Azul Lane. And if you mix that game and that object shell all together at 3 in 1, you make a little something, little collab he made fan thing called the BFB parody Battle for Commanders home with the Azul Lane. Although this thing is technically working in progress, so in a few weeks when I'm done with this one, well, technically I am done, but not all the way, and this one at the same time too, oh, you could be ready for something for the rest of your life.
Oh, this is bad!
Oh, you'll be glad I'll be started with you, Heavy, but yes.
Are you sure about that?
You know what?
Fuck! You're kidding! Judge.
BFB and AL fans, prepare to be amazed on a little fan collab I made. The BFB tips and the W.I.P. If you haven't checked those two out, leave in the description below. Oh, no description, I mean, you can just find it at your local, what's it say, iPhone store and Android Google Play store, and it's BFB just Jack and Jeffy, I think. But yeah, let's go to boat number 1. We represent US 8 Ball, represented as one of the Gridley class light cruisers, or choice known as Craven, because, little fact, her boat ID is number 8 in the international releases, but in the US version, there's 7 because not all boats were released in that time. And they both have little small appetites. Second is our balloony friend, Balloony, represented in New Orleans heavy cruisers, the USS Quincy. Both size, and they're both very squishy in size too. And Noodle on Boy, next up is Buff Bag, represented as one of the Baja class, as US Atlas destroys USS Downs. They both look dirty, but they both have those cool conky attitudes. Next up is the HMS. This is one of our first basketball team. Represents the F-class destroyers from Britain, the HMS Foxhound, because they're both orange and they're both balls. Our second HMS boat, represented by Bell, as the HMS Suffolk, one of the county class Kent subclass heavy cruisers, because they both have bells on their necks. That's why. Next up is our first Imperial Japanese boats, Black Hole as the Jane Shirayuni, because they're both deep and dark with secrets. Nice out there. Next is Blocky, our second Japanese Imperial Imperial Japanese boat, or the Magi, or its boat, its battleship. Baki represents the Aijin and Magi. They're both red with sarcastic attitudes. Bommy, representing at one one of the Brooklyn class boats. I think she's Brooklyn class light cruisers. Represented as the USS Helena. Cause in the map, she just literally explodes with her Aaron bomb. And she likes food. Next is our another Royal Navy boat. Book representing as the HMS Edinburgh. Both smart and knows how to keep a quirky eye on anyone. The bottle representing as one of the Beavis squad destroyers. The bottle has the US stature. Light-hearted, careless people. Likes to have fun and prevent death with their big torpedoes. Bracely represented as one of the Indian class light heavy cruisers known as the USS Portland, because they are both excessive fans of major characters. Bracely having a bond with Ice Cube, and Portland having a very heart relationship with her other sister, Indianapolis, which I might do another video on. Same title as this. Next. Bubble, representing as the Imperial Japanese carrier, the IJ and Tehu. Both squishy and soft, and both have their little fingers on there, but something, and the image is kind of destroyed a bit. Oops. Cake, it's the USS Benson. I gotta say, they do look kind of sweet on their cherries on top. Well, nothing else but they're boring, just cake-like attitudes. Hold on. Alright guys, next you got the cloak as one of the first Kriegsmarine boats ever in our list. Cloak representing as the KMS Admiral Hipper, because they're too ticked off about what they want to do today. Now we got Cloudy, second KMS Kriegsmarine boat, representing as the KMS Sharonholst. They're both floating and like to be cute with their weird accent. Especially Sharonholst with their low voice, which I never get. Surprise, surprise. Coiny, represented as one of the Cleveland night cruisers, the USS Cleveland. Hold on, another intermission coming in. Sorry for that little interruption there. Got a little hungry, but anyways, Coiny has the USS Cleveland. Both of the poses look almost the same. One arm, the left arm is out while the other one's hanging in. Oops. But they look even cute with a little smile. Next. David has the HMS DaCosta. Don't speak much, but their introduction is pretty, short. Donuts. It's the USS Hammond. Used to be mean, always will be mean, but why don't cats like jelly donuts? Next is Dora. It's the IHDN Neptune. Bottom right there it says it's about third-party contestants. Guys, one's from a show, the other one's from a game, from a console that's somehow exclusive to one console for some reason. Oh well. Then you got Fletcher. Oh, fragile, but can be common sisters sometimes with that little orange bow. Research the Gen Taiko. One of the other Imperial Japanese dudes. Both tough and can beat up a Pentagon at any time. Fanny HMS Arthursa. Because they hate everything! Fiery, that's another one of those Kriegsmarine Berman boats. Cause they got a fiery attitude, don't they? You know, speaking of fiery, what about Fiery Jr. as the game as Zeppy? Even though it's not a real boat. It was original to the game itself. Into one event. Still cute, as always. Falau is the next EGM boy. Hijing Ikagi. Sadly, Kaga's in another game. Out, not again. Kaga! Another game. I'll be doing that if you guys want me to. I'll be in the end shortly, don't worry. Oh, the USS Hornet. Look at Hornet's little cape. It flaps around and unlocked like Foldy, like interlocking the flaps. This is our other boy, our other British boys, Fries, or Chips, as the HMS Glorious. Yes, they like French fries, don't they? Gatesy, representing as the HMS Rodney. You know, kind of funny because their colors of their hair and the gate, they have almost matching colors. Oh, they're both calm. Gelatin has at the HMS Shropshire. Cause they're both annoying! Just kidding. They just like throwing forks a lot with a little chain whip. Golf ball, the USS Landry. They're both bothy bots. That's why. Now both bots around you telling you whatever they do. Grassy! That's the HMS Glowworm. As they're cute, they're fuzzy, and they're always useful. Ice give us the HMS Comets. Comets are made of ice and rock. Why not Ice Cube? And their greeniness looking good. The Fiesta HMS Javelin. Another British boy. Because they want to help friends in need. And she's one of the first starters. For some reason, it keeps the mood instead of the sleepy one, the active one, and the one that's very sergeant. This one's just alright. Martin, that's South Dakota. With that superposed jump on her, she can zap anyone with her guns. Lai is one of our first French army boats. Preferably the first one. I forget. But it's the good side Frenchies, not the bad side Frenchies. Because they can both flip the switch with their shoes. Lollipop is one of our other Nazi friends. They're Nazi. Cause their hands. Hoses on a little mouth. Use out of life food with French fries and little lollies. Loser. That's the IGN Nagato. Cause they're both gods and deities. Everyone loves them. Literally, a popularity vote. She was like under one of the top 10s, even though she came out in April of 2018. Yet the game itself came out in April of 2019. Even though the game came out in August, a few months away, that was supposed to be its anniversary. Just kind of like its strongness. Marker as the USS San Diego Light Cruiser. Because they're so careless and just likes to have fun with each other. Stapy match the Aijin Zikaku because they're both redheads. They actually both have red balls on their hair. Little tie and have a little tie too. Clad shoes. That could be perfect match. Naily representing the HMS Ark Royal. I want to read a little about that picture. but her musket styled airline thing can perfectly swoosh up the inclined plane. Oops, not term. Needle as the HMS Vampire. Wow, there's so many HMS boats, but it's not because one of her skins represents as a nurse, and she has a syringe, and Needle is as sharp as a syringe. Mickle, the HMS Formidable. It's pretty much self-explanatory. They're gray. And as the KMS Z1 or Librarish Mons, something like that. Its real name. Because they know how to be or give attitudes with the other tough girls, those big tough boys, and those little ballpoint pen shoes. And Celeste DHN Saryu. Those both small, also with glasses too. Those bunny ears can make up with those good eraser ears too. Especially their hand pose. Pikes, one of the first Chinese boats, the ROC Ninghai. Cause blueberry. Who doesn't like blueberry pie? Ow. Who doesn't like a bit of blueberry pie with that? There's another one with apple, but that's different. Talk about that later. Hello, as the HMS Belfast. Look at it. Don't stare at Belle. Stare at the pill. Belly pill. Ellie, what's wrong? Pin, represented as the USS Alabama. Cause look at her big side. That's as sharp as Pin himself. I mean herself. Sorry, I assume genders. Ball's the USS Vestal. One of our first repair ships. And we brought both of them in the game. Cause she can fly like a fairy. Remote as the USS Eldridge. Both run on batteries, that's why. Electric, and that's an electric thing too. Explodes. Auras the Aichin Jin Hie Chan. The guys, they're big. They look like robots with those big metal weapons of them. But they still look harmless. They could betray with that little mean look. What body is came as cold? Robots. They look robots, they stare at you, and it's a cold stare. That's why. Rocky! As one of the other biggest God class boats, the USS Ulick. Because they just want to be happy and just stay in place with no arms. Ruby as the USS Arizona, one of the battleships that sank in the boats. Those are both cryberries in one of the episodes of BFDIA. Saw as the USC Auburn. As they can saw that coming with CA saw. Snowfall as one of our first Russian boats and the only Russian boat in the game. Yes, Sanabra. Because they're both snowy. Sorry if I was stereotypical there. Yeah. See how frosty those powers are? They could be Frosty the Snowman in a pulp. Spongy as the HMS Cirrus. This is also self-explanatory. So look how soft they are. Steepy as the USS Pensacola heavy cruisers. Gusts are pink with the OK sign, and they're one of the heaviest. Top goes the USS Birmingham. And yes, it's USS. One of our other friends. Let's look at this. There's a tomato, and Birmingham has a tomato hairstyle. Cute. Teardrop is DRN Tori. What about other first Italian boats? Because she didn't have a voice actor. There's no voice actor she has. Oh no! Don't made it up. Inside this ball is the USS Access. They're both brave, both dodge, and they're both scritchy and bouncy, and they both love golf ball. Honestly, it's because they're both aircraft carriers, you know. 3 is that one hard to get both Diagn Jinsu. Thus, combining the leaves and the tail of that big fluffer's hair, you get one heck of a pillow. Like pillow, but made out of leaves and animal fur. TVS DHMS Airbus. They have no emotion. They just talk what's on the screen. With the magic wand. Flat. Woody has the suspense. I think this was the third self-explanatory one. Let's look at their faces. They're so scared. Don't worry, they'll get brave soon. Oh, and last but not least, one of the best girls in the game. King George V. Yellow face. Cause blonde hair. That's why. Whew. Man, let's take a break here. Now that's all the host. That's all the characters. Now for the host, which are just two people. 4 can be any male character you can think of in your mind. Not because there's no such thing as character customization in the game, I said. So I represent the U.S. Navy SEALs. I was one of the selectable boys. You know, I'll just call them Shikikan, which is a Japanese word for commander. And finally, X is Agent Keshi. X. It looks like they form an X, and they both like to heal. They both whine too. Yeah. Oh, and I didn't know the other wrench there. Yeah. That's all for now. I'm gonna read all of this. Let me know in the comments if shall I do a part 2, but with inanimate insanity characters. This, if you know what I mean, I'll show you. I'm just excited. This is the one. There's Season 2 and Infinite by Salt and Pepper, which I also mentioned later in the video. On any other cross-show thing with an anime, I can tell you to make a big fan collection. Because I'm doing another project about this. Both BFB and BFDI episodes. Maybe I'll do BFDIA or IDBF. IDFB. I don't know, it's hard. It's hard word to say on Season 3's game. End game. Maybe one of my scenes will be in one of those reanimated collab thingies. Well, I don't know, but I'll see you later, dictators. Peace, man. I come for a week, okay? You know, don't worry. I'll be there. I'll be there.
Just let me die! Just let me die! Let me die in peace! I am perfect! I am too perfect! This is what happens when you try to play God!